This is Barry Zalma speaking for Claim School Incorporated's blog, Zalma on Insurance. Today we're continuing with Claims Commandments. This one, Claims Commandment number 11. Thou shalt empathize with the claimant and the insured, who is also considered a claimant under many different regulations. Everyone in a claim situation is unhappy, disturbed, shocked, injured, either in body or emotionally, and needs help. The adjuster must recognize the difference between sympathy and empathy. Empathy is identification with and understanding of another's situation, feelings, and motives. It is the ability to understand another person's circumstances, points of view, thoughts, and feelings. Sympathy, on the other hand, is the sharing of another's emotions, especially of sorrow or anguish, and includes pity and compassion. It is the fact or power of sharing the feelings of another, especially when involved with sorrow or trouble. Sympathy must be limited to the needs of relatives or clergy, not a professional claims relationship. The adjuster should avoid sympathy and work to convince the insured or the claimant that the adjuster empathizes with the claimant's situation. Empathy can be shown if the adjuster can honestly express one or more of the following similarities between the adjuster and the claimant, and simultaneously thereby establish rapport. They have similarities in their families. They practice the same religious denomination. They were also wounded in the war while serving in the U.S. military. They have children of the same age. They belong to the same club. They enjoy this and engage in the same hobby. They are fans of the same sports team, or they have some interest in common. When the claimant believes that the adjuster empathizes with the problems of the claimant or the insured, the two will work together as a team to resolve the claim. With empathy, the adjuster can provide the service promised by the terms and conditions of the insurance policy. The adjuster is the living embodiment of the insurance company. He or she is the person the insured meets when the insured faces a loss and needs help. It is the adjuster and the help he or she gives the insured who is the person or persons who fulfill the promises made by the insurer when the policy was issued. Without this service, insurance becomes meaningless. The adjuster is the foundation upon which an insurer is built. If the adjuster is not professional and does not provide the service promised by the insurer, the promise made by the policy is broken, and the insurer will first lose customers and will ultimately fail. Claims that are owed must be paid promptly and with good grace. To do otherwise would be to ignore the purpose for which insurance exists, to provide service, protection, and security to the insured. The property adjuster has a duty to help the insured prove the loss to the insurer, help the insured understand the terms and conditions of the policy, investigate thoroughly to determine the cause and origin of the loss, determine that the facts establishing the cause and origin of the loss is due to a peril insured against and not excluded, and conduct a thorough investigation to determine if a third person is responsible for the loss so that subrogation can be instituted to recover, in addition to the money paid by the insurer, the deductible or other non-covered portions of the loss. The liability adjuster represents the insurer and deals directly with the insured. When a claim is made, the insurer provides an adjuster to help the insured understand the policy and comply with its conditions. The role of the liability adjuster is slightly different to that of the property adjuster. The liability adjuster has the following duties: to the insured, to protect him or her against exposure to liability to third parties as a result of an accidental tort that falls within the definition of occurrence or accident. To the claimant, to treat him or her fairly, and if liability exists, to resolve the claim promptly without ignoring the insurer's duties to the insured. To the insurer, before agreeing to resolve a claim, to establish that coverage exists for the loss under the terms and conditions of the policy, that the insured is liable to the third party, and the most reasonable resolution of the claim has been achieved. To investigate thoroughly the claim made against the insured, to empathize with the insured and the claimant situation as a person facing a claim or a lawsuit. If the insured is liable to a third party, the adjuster must evaluate the injuries and set the value of the claim. The adjuster must negotiate a settlement with the third party or his or her counsel. The adjuster must retain counsel to defend the insured to the suit against him, her, or it if a resolution cannot be reached prior to litigation. The adjuster must help counsel with additional investigations required to assist in the defense of the insured, and the adjuster must set reserves and report in detail to claims management. To do all these things, insurance claims professionals must be people who, 1, can read and understand the insurance policies issued by the insurer, 2, understand the promises made by the policy and their obligation as an insurer's claim staff to fulfill the promises made, 3, they must all be competent investigators, 4, they must have empathy and recognize the difference between empathy and sympathy. 5, they must understand medicine relating to traumatic injuries and are sufficiently versed in tort law to deal with lawyers as equals. And 6, they must understand how to repair damage to real and personal property and the value of the repairs or of the property. An insurer whose claim staff is made up of people who are less than insurance claims professionals will be destroyed by paying claims that are not owed, paying claims that are false or fraudulent, refusing to pay claims that are owed, refusing to pay claims without a ground available in the policy, and participating in expensive and counterproductive litigation. The lesson for every claims person is to have empathy for the insured and the claimant, but still work to resolve the claims fairly and in good faith. Those in the claims profession must always recognize that as a result of establishing an empathetic rapport with the insured and or the claimant, the claims investigation will be completed with ease. The insured or claimant will assist the adjuster, and the claim will eventually be resolved with both the insurer and the insured satisfied with the results. This video was adapted from my blog, Zelma on Insurance, which is available free to anyone who clicks on the URL zelma.com/blog. And when you do, you will find at least 5 blog posts every week, sometimes more, and links to videos of those blog posts and other videos, including more than 550 videos on rumble.com. You should subscribe to the blog and to the videos on Rumble and or on YouTube. And if you view these videos on Rumble or YouTube, please click on the Rumble button or the like button as you do. If you found these blog posts and videos to be interesting or useful to you, please tell your colleagues so that they can also subscribe to the blog posts and to the videos. And you might also wish to consider subscribing to my locals community and my Substack publications. Thank you for your attention.